Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Did That Age Well? I am your host, Molly Smith. We're here in Dude IDK Studios with the lovely, the beautiful Maddie Kremer. Welcome to the pod.
Oh my God, hey.
Hey. We're here thanks to Spider Moving and Storage. Forgot to say that right off the bat. Spider Moving and Storage. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Go to spidermoving.com for a free quote for your move coming up.
Oh my God, I can't wait to use them for my next move.
Oh my God. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think maybe you should move just to
I totally will.
Okay, great.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm calling you up.
Perfect. Okay, Maddie Kremer, the chief color stylist and analyst of Dude IDK Studios. What do you do?
True.
Yeah.
Chief color officer.
Yeah,
chief
color officer.
CCO.
Some might say she's the CCO of Dude IDK.
Some might say I would. It's fully on my website.
Absolutely, it fully is. Yes.
Yes. Come see me upstairs at Dude IDK.
Come upstairs. See me upstairs.
Yeah.
sometime.
See me upstairs. I came right up to down.
Yeah.
Yep, today.
It's a real upstairs downstairs kind of place.
It literally
is.
Literally is. Upstairs is where the color analysis happens because that's where the good light is. And we need the good light for the accurate analysis.
We do. Natural light.
Yeah, come see me. Visit my website, somethingbluecolorstudio.com. Find me on Instagram, somethingbluecolorstudio. And yeah, I will basically walk you through every color to ever exist and tell you what makes you sparkle and shine the most out of them all. You can also visit my plus size vintage store, Big Gay Pants.
Oh my God.
At Chroma Denver on 3rd and Broadway. It's on Broadway. You can find the address on the internet.
Literally, look it up.
Literally, go to www.
Are you gonna like pause this and like go drive down to 3rd and Broadway? Probably not.
Probably, well.
But maybe
you're going analog while listening to a podcast.
Yeah, and honestly, good for you, babe.
Good for you.
And if that is you, good for you. Thank you for helping me look good, both by analyzing my color season and by giving me clothes through Big Gay Pants. Thank you for styling me in all ways that you can.
Molly's a walking ad for all my business.
Anytime that someone gives me a compliment, I say, thanks, Maddie Kremer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah. Except for my hair color. Thanks, Tyler. Love you. But sorry.
Okay, but it's in your palette.
But it is in my but the only reason I know to choose my hair color that way is because of Maddie.
Exactly. So it's a team effort between me and Tyler.
Honestly, it's the whole care team that really is on it together. Okay, so Maddie, we are rounding out our
there's a camera over here. I keep looking at that one.
No, that's okay.
Leave that in.
Leave that in.
Baby's first podcast.
This is a multi-cam sitcom here.
We're women in STEM.
Wow, we really are. So today we are rounding out our Nick Cage series with the film Face Off. And famously, Maddie, you are an entertainer, a social media creator, a girl boss extraordinaire.
100%.
Not really a movie watcher.
Okay. Here's the thing about movies.
Okay, so here's the thing about movies.
If they don't make me feel like it's like, okay, life is hard enough. I want all movies to basically be Mamma Mia. There's not real conflict in that movie. Like, it's like, I want to have fun and feel awesome.
Yeah, totally. You're like, who could my dad be? One of these three handsome men.
Awesome rich men and I'm on an island in Greece. Like, I just want every movie to be that. So I like to watch the same movies over and again.
Yeah.
And I also just like my 3 favorite TV shows to watch over and over again too.
Absolutely. And what are those shows?
The Mindy Project.
Oh, I
always
love her. Yeah.
So silly. Sex Lives of College Girls has been my newer one that I'm rewatching. And of course New Girl, because I was so twee in high school.
Oh my God,
I got bangs
me
to
too.
be Zoe.
I was so twee.
Yeah.
I was so quirky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that for us.
100%.
I know that you and I would have been friends in high school. You know how like sometimes you meet friends in your adult life and you're like, yeah, it's probably best we met now. But you and I think we would have been friends if we met when we were 16.
Okay, yes, on like the true personality that I am. But I used to be extremely religious. And so that also would have been.
Remember?
Oh, perfect, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we would have been a youth group together.
I know. Oh my God, we would have prayed together.
Oh my God, we would have evangelized together.
Oh my
it would have been so good for the world.
It would have been really good for the world. And honestly, the world is probably better off that we did not meet in high school so that we
could save more people from becoming religious. Yeah,
totally. And if that is your path, God bless.
Sure.
Love and light.
Literally God's plan.
Literally God's plan. Not mine.
Not mine. I didn't put you there.
But that's between you and God.
Yeah.
And good for you. We treasure all kinds here.
100%.
100%. Okay, so Maddie, what was your experience like watching the movie Face Off?
So, first of all, you said it.
I know where this
I asked you
going.
multiple times if this movie was scary, and you said no.
I
It's
said,
just action.
Not really.
Yeah, not really. To me, if I go, that's a scary movie.
Okay.
And so
girl.
I had to leave the room multiple times because people were getting shot and killed.
Oh my God.
So first of all, just wanted to get that out of the way. When people die, that's scary. When people have bad things happen to them, it's scary.
Okay.
When people get locked in jail as a person they don't know who they are and no one knows,
yeah,
that's scary. If that
Yeah.
happened to me, I would kill myself immediately.
Yeah, honestly,
I would be
me
like,
too.
there's no way. How did he get out of that jail? Anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So those are my first thoughts. Do you want to hear the moral of the story section of my notes first?
Yeah, I'd
or
love
last?
to hear the moral of the story section
Okay.
first. Let's just get it right off the bat.
Okay. The moral of the story, and I'm going to read this verbatim
Okay.
as I was watching the movie,
All right,
is that
excellent.
men should run nothing. Why would a male doctor not be watching the real Nick Cage in a coma and not have him handcuffed to the bed? Like, he's the worst bad guy.
Yeah.
A woman would have never done that. She would have had a full security team.
Mhm.
Hello, this is the most dangerous guy in the world. Oh, and then I skipped to the last part where fake John Travolta cutting his face open is too dramatic. Hello, it didn't seem like he went that deep. And then they have
Wow.
that scar healer thing, so fine.
Yeah.
Also, moral of the story is believe women. I'm so surprised in America that the
Mhm.
wife wasn't just thrown on an antidepressant for being like, my husband's
I
not this
know.
guy. And yeah, so that's the moral of the story.
That is the moral of the story. Okay. There's no way that a woman would have let this happen.
Like, why is he by himself?
And also, why did they preserve the other body? Here's the thing is that, like,
Right. Just
why
kill
did
him.
they just, like, kill him?
Right? And
Why
why
did
did
they
they
keep
leave
it
the
alive?
face right there? The extra face right there?
I
Why wouldn't
know.
they put that in a locked
Why?
thing?
Why did they even keep it?
I said, this would never happen.
No.
Over and over. Because the real John Travolta's face was just
Yeah.
sitting there for him to see.
Here's the thing about 1990s is that you couldn't just Google, is this thing possible?
Right.
You know, if
That's
I
true.
wanted to know, like, can you swap faces with somebody? It would be really easy today to go to google.com,
www.
https
Yeah.
//
Yeah.
www.google.com. Can you swap faces with someone? And I would come up with an AI overview of no.
Minus AI.
Yeah. It would say you can't.
Right. Because you can't.
And it turns out actually you can't.
You literally can't do that.
But if it was 1990 and I didn't know that, it's sort of like, yeah, I could use maybe common sense to say you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But if I'm wondering to myself in 2026, why doesn't he have a scar? How does a scar remover work? I can't just go look up how does scar remover work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do that. And so this film could absolutely not be made today because the suspension of disbelief is impossible.
That's why I kept being like, this would never happen. Because it couldn't be made today. And like they went to like the big iPad and that having that girl being like a porn, being like, you got the code. Ooh.
Right.
I was like, that would never happen today because it would just be normal iPad.
It would just be iPad.
Yeah, it would just be iPad. And someone would have hacked into that before.
That's true.
So yeah, but so at the beginning too, he was like, those two people were like, you can switch faces and bodies with this man. I would have been like, no, let's fully evacuate LA. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. And as a person, maybe if I lived in LA, I'd maybe want to know if there's going to be a huge bomb going off.
I think I would
give
too.
it choice.
I understand that they don't want to cause like mass mayhem, but I think that it's better to just evacuate everybody.
Right, because now the top bad guy is head of FBI. Fake John Travolta.
I know. That's the thing too, is like, if I was living in LA, I would want to know where all the bombs were. Like, is it that much to ask?
Right.
That I would want to know where the bombs were.
Right. And it's only there, like, it's going to blow up a mile radius. It's like, okay, cool. I can just go 2 miles, maybe stay at my friend's house for the week.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. But LA traffic, am I right?
Yeah.
I do love that his whole thing is just, I hate LA. Like, that's his whole thing, is he's just like, yeah, I hate LA.
Okay, I'm sorry, but he also, I wrote in my notes, they pan to his house being on the beach. I was like, and you're never home with your wife to just sit by the beach? Like, what the fuck?
That was insane.
Excuse me.
I know. Like, how lucky are you?
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, I'm gone all the time doing work in, like, getting plastic surgery. It's like, go home with your wife and sit by the beach.
I know, like literally just retire.
Literally retire. Like someone else will do that. Someone else will catch the bad guys later.
And he thinks that's another thing, is that like a woman would never be like, I'm the only one who can do this.
Right.
Like a woman knows that there are other people who can do
Start
that.
an MLM. I'm training all these people to be under me.
Just like train your girls to do it.
Yeah. Give them some Mary Kay.
Yeah.
Get
and
on the
they'll
beach.
sling it for you.
Yeah, they really will. And they'll do it better.
And they'll do it way better than you could.
Hot, fresh, young talent.
Absolutely. Naive, dumb. Let them do it. Let the young ones in the FBI. And also, here's the thing about any movie where FBI is hero, it's propaganda.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes. And also, you know how I rank how much I like a movie on how close it is to Miss Congeniality.
Absolutely.
And so I was writing my notes and being like, at the beginning, this isn't like Miss Congeniality. There's no pageants. But then it actually was, because there is a lot of bombs and people being in the FBI.
It is, actually.
And so I was like, fuck, I think I need to be more clear about what parts of Miss Congeniality I like, which is like the makeover scene. And like them learning the dance.
Yeah, and it's kind of not at all about like it's kind of not at all about the FBI.
Right.
And about like the bomb, because there also is a bomb in that one.
Yeah, there is a bomb in that one, but I feel like it's less important. And also Sandra Bullock's in it and she wasn't in this. And
that's
also,
so true.
In Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous.
Yeah.
It's also like they're like doing the same thing.
Right.
But what is it? Regina King is in that one
Regina
too.
King.
And she wasn't in this one. And so it's kind of like,
yeah, that's true.
It is like Miss Congeniality in terms of the bombs and the FBI, but so that's also some of my feedback I had.
Yeah, and those are really fair notes. I think that this movie could have been hugely improved with the addition of a makeover scene in like a fun way, because you know, in this it's just like, yeah, you see that he gets like a tummy tuck, he gets some scars removed, he
gets a new face,
fully. But it's not the funny like, oh, you hear her screaming because she got a bikini wax, you don't like you don't see her like walking out of that airplane hangar with the wind blowing through her hair,
being like, I don't know how to wear heels. You don't see removing the glasses and being
so that could have been huge. I mean, imagine if like one of them really truly had like body dysmorphia and they woke up in this new body and they were like, wow, I feel like I've never felt better. Like I've always wanted to be like a little bit thicker, or like I've always wanted to have a scar there, or like I've always wanted chest hair, for God's sake.
You get more hair when he becomes drunk. Like it's like, why are we talking about body image here?
And that is the other thing, is that if this was made by women, someone would have said we need to address the body image subtext
that's
here.
what I said. I was like, okay, when he wakes up with the new body and then he goes and like freaks out, I'm like, why isn't there a therapist there to be like, hey, let's go through your changing body? What, the care and keeping of you should have been there. They've been like,
here's the thing, they hadn't invented therapy yet.
Oh fuck yeah, they hadn't invented therapy. That makes sense. That's my bad.
So that was your bad. Yeah, they didn't do that yet.
They did have the care and keeping of you, I think.
They did have that.
So maybe
the
that
care and keeping of you would have been helpful if they had that if they had a version for adult men
doing a face swap.
Yeah, they really should have had a book.
Yeah,
for that, because God knows they wouldn't have talked to a therapist.
Yeah, they weren't available.
They weren't available for men at that time.
Wait, also, I feel like I can't draw the connection, but there's got to be some commentary on facial plastic surgery here.
For sure. I think that it's probably just like, here's a cautionary tale about facial plastic surgery, is that like, if you get your face augmented, you're not going to look like yourself, and you could look more like a terrorist or serial killer.
You could end up in jail. Yeah.
And you could end up in jail because people will wrongly identify you. I think that's kind of the moral here.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Is don't do that much stuff to your face, because you might end up getting to be in high security prison and nobody knows. And so maybe just some like a little more chill, like less extreme.
Just like, you know, like as they say, maintenance, just a little maintenance, just a little prevention.
That's what this movie's about. It's an ad for just Botox,
just only. Normal. You don't need a full face transplant, don't need a facelift, just a little bit here, and that's it. Yeah, injections only, nothing under anesthesia.
It's an ad
we know what happens when you go under anesthesia.
Yeah,
in this movie.
they'll just
boop boop.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, so
do you want me to read my full notes? from the movie.
You know what? How about and I love that suggestion. How about we kind of go through some of the beginning of your notes and then maybe kind of talk about things as they come up.
Sure.
Okay.
So just the first couple that don't have anything to do with the movie.
Sure.
But I do like John Travolta better in drag or in the Scientology documentaries.
Absolutely.
Than in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
And then Margaret Cho being in it was very fun for me.
I know. I loved that Margaret Cho was in it. That is one of the most fun little Easter eggs.
Yes, exactly. So that was my favorite part of the movie. She was my favorite character.
That does, even though Margaret Cho is not in Miss Congeniality, it does bring it closer to Miss Congeniality.
It really does, because I feel like she could have been in Miss Congeniality.
I feel like she probably should have been.
She should have. They should do a remake with her.
Oh my God. That's a great idea.
Because she could be like top of FBI or something.
Yeah,
not to do the propaganda type thing anymore, but she would reform.
She would reform. She would reform.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And then I said, again, not related to the film. This is like the time when I went to a book club for the first time in my life.
And when you read a book for the first time?
No, and I read short stories for the first time. And they were like, what do the short stories mean? And I'm like, it was crazy because like I've never read short stories. So it's kind of crazy that they just stop and then a new one happens. It's not even related. And everybody was like, yeah, we're talking about themes. And I'm like, okay.
That's the thing. That's crazy when you only watch like 3 movies and watch like 3 TV shows is that like, then you discover with books, you're like, oh my God, there's so many stories.
100%.
They start and stop and then they start and stop again. And it's like a different story within this collection. I can understand how that would be very disorienting as a person who believes that there is a very limited amount of media available to you at one time. So of course it was a confusing experience reading a short story collection for the first time.
So my next note is that
what is a movie?
Yes. Well, I'm sorry, but the credits at the beginning went on for like 15 minutes. I'm like, why are names still coming up?
That's what they used to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of like, you know how they used to have intros and songs and now songs are like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, so it's
kind of like that.
It's your theory again on the 90-minute and that's why it goes so fast at the end now.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my notes, not related.
Okay.
But my notes started with like the plane. I was just like,
okay,
why aren't they just shooting down the plane immediately? Like why? And then I was like, oh, they're driving their car at the plane. I'm like, that guy hates you. He's gonna run into your car. Like I don't know why you think this is happening. So
yeah, totally.
And then I said, doesn't make sense that no one's wearing a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, that is also true. It seems like they have really advanced technology to swap faces, yet not advanced enough technology to wear a bulletproof vest when they
shoot down a plane. It doesn't seem that hard. I feel like I could. I feel like you could throw something in the thing and it would just stop. Like I feel like I could do that.
I feel like we probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my next note just moves on from that. It says Nicolas Cage is absolutely bonkers bananas, and then it says John Travolta's daughter is trying out goth. Yay, good for her.
Yeah, I love that for her.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to talk about the daughter.
Oh my God. What was her name?
Can't remember. Sorry, Queen.
I don't know.
But I hate the daughter stuff. I hate the daughter stuff because it is so gross that not John Travolta, Nick Cage and John Travolta's body is
trying to hit
on the daughter.
I was getting really upset.
That was deeply upsetting. I hate when they do that. Any type of body swap movie has to have a creepy thing with an underage person, and I hate that.
Wait, oh my God, like Freaky Friday.
Yeah, like exactly. It's like every movie where there's a body swap, they cannot help but say, how can we make this sexually horrific?
Yeah, I was like, I had to stop
I hate the daughter stuff.
I was scared. But then they were like, oh, we don't understand. You stop being goth. And I'm like, she just wants to be goth. Let her be goth. Who cares? She's being in high school. People love being goth in high school.
Totally. And like the nicest ones are.
Right.
Yeah.
And let her be goth. And they're like, oh, well, you're wearing. And then they were being like, oh, you're wearing this face because you can't accept your own. And I was like, okay, nod to the name of the movie. But also, she wants to be goth.
Yeah.
And then they shamed her because she was like, he fake John Travolta like beat up that guy who tried to rape her. And then was like, well, you're wearing goth. So what do you think? And it's like, okay, I'm sorry, but I feel like goth isn't really a correlation for that. And also, excuse me.
I know. That was pretty fucked up.
But then she calls him out.
She does. And I did appreciate that. I like that they gave her a voice. And I like that they made her a sympathetic character. That we weren't all going, oh, teens, am I right?
Yeah.
We were just like, you know what? Yeah. She should be allowed to be goth. And she should...
Being goth is not a crime.
And also so crazy that the guy who was like the sexual predator, Danny Masterson, known real life sexual predator.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God. That makes sense.
Messed up. Anyway, he's the one that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis defended in that horrible video where they look like they're being held hostage.
Okay, I don't know anything about this.
Okay. Well, now you do.
But I'll have to revisit that. Maybe send me a link.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link with like recap of Danny Masterson scandal.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
well,
great.
that seemed like it aligned with him.
Yeah, totally. Typecast, am I right?
My God. And then I start talking about, okay, the guy's name was Pollux Troy.
Wait.
Wait.
Before we move on, I just have to read one line from that scene where Danny Masterson like attempts to sexually assault her. He says, "Dress up like Halloween and ghouls will try and get in your pants."
Like, I don't think that's how it
That's
works.
an insane line to say.
It's really cuckoo. It's it's upsetting.
Pretty cuckoo. Okay, so as you were saying, I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
Important note.
Important note to make.
Because I'm sorry, I feel like if you dress up goth, you'll just want other goths trying to like fuck you in a normal way. Goth
and also
people are
like,
usually nice.
I know, literally, dress like Halloween and ghouls will try to get in your pants. What does that mean?
Yeah,
that's so freaky.
No. Well, also, I just generalized goths, so now I'm going to get canceled.
Oh my God. Cancel Maddie.
Yeah, cancel me. Boo. Okay, well, then I start talking about this man who I forget his name, and I think I wrote it down as Pollux Troy. See, the whole time I was like, what is his name? Murphy? Colic? I would not know, and I was watching this with my partner, and she was like, it's Pollux. She knows the names immediately, and I'm like, how am I supposed to know? Anyway, he was wearing a green jumpsuit in jail, not orange. It was very warm spring, and it was really working for him, and I really wanted it.
Oh, it's Castor Troy. Is that what I said? His name is Castor Troy.
Okay, so
you said Pollock? Pollock Troy. Where did Alyssa get that?
No, that was me. And she kept telling me it was the right one. But
okay.
I apparently was so ingrained that it wasn't Castor that I just wrote down whatever I was thinking.
Wait, did Alyssa watch this with you?
She watched most of it and then went on a run midway through.
Okay. Well, you're so brave for finishing it on your own. I'm so sorry you were scared.
Well, I had my knitting.
Good. So you had something to do with your hands.
Yeah. Okay. And then also Erewhon Prison. Like they have $20 smoothies in there.
Yeah, totally.
And then my next note is the woman John Travolta talks to first is hot. Who is that? And she was the mom of that 5-year-old kid.
Yeah,
she's hot. Who is
she?
That?
Is hot.
I had a crush on her.
Okay, so I'll give you her whole background.
Okay, great.
So she was in. Have you ever heard of the movie Showgirls?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Okay, so I don't think
it would be like Miss Congeniality though.
It's not. It's like a I understand why you would think that.
Sure.
But it's not at all like Miss Congeniality. In fact, it is a really bad movie that's become kind of like a gay cult classic.
Oh my God, I'm gay.
Oh my God, I know. And so like you haven't heard you've heard of it, but you haven't seen it, and that's okay because you're not a movie gay, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. There is a part of it that's really scary, and it makes it like kind of hard to hold up.
Oh my God.
But the rest of it is just sort of like dark. Anyway,
wow, that sounds really scary.
So that actress was in that.
Oh.
And she had a really good attitude about it though. Like even though people said like this is the worst performance we've ever seen, like this is a really bad movie, because it was. She still had a good attitude and she still kept working. So
good for her.
Anyway, so that is all you probably need to know about her. It's Gina Gershon.
Okay, well, I have a crush on her.
Yeah.
My other note was John Travolta's wife seems like she should be in 1940 just by the way that she looks and talks. Is she in another movie that she is?
She is in The Notebook. She plays the mom.
Oh my God.
Rachel McAdams.
Okay, that's why it was in my back of my head.
I was like, this feels very 1940s.
She's feeling like she's in 1940s.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they were like panning on fake John Travolta, like looking at her butt, but like she was wearing a skirt that like you couldn't even see her butt. So I was like, have her be wearing something a little more hot if you're going to do that.
They did choose to cast like maybe like the thinnest kind of bird-like creature.
Yeah,
to be this like va-va boom hottie ooga.
This is where they could have had Sandra Bullock.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think maybe a wrong choice there. But again, I was like, I feel like maybe it was in the back of my head that she was in The Notebook, but I was like, why is she talking like that accent people had in the 1940s? But like little.
Yeah, totally. I do think that she is one of those people who accidentally woke up in the wrong time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think she
Age of Adeline.
Yeah, I think that she kind of was meant to be in the 1940s.
Yeah, so that threw me off because I was like,
yeah,
I don't think they make like they don't really make a good pair. And then, you know, my next note, can I read my next 2 notes out loud?
I would love for you to read your next 2 notes out loud, Maddie.
Okay. My first note is, I could literally never be a spy, etc. I would immediately tell everyone everything. I could not have a full body change surgery and not immediately tell everyone that I know.
Wow.
I could never date one either. I'd ask way too many questions and get it out of them immediately.
Yeah.
My next one is more about Miss Congeniality, and it says, this movie isn't like Miss Congeniality. Because I don't see hot Sandra Bullock, but I guess it is because they are stopping criminals with big bombs.
Yeah.
So it is like it, but not in the ways I like. I wish there was a pageant or something.
Yeah,
so,
totally. And I do wish that they had to body swap and then one of them had to be in a beauty pageant.
Yeah, right? That would have made the movie.
That would have been
had to do a little catwalk.
Amazing.
Had to,
it's like,
I don't know, do drag.
You swapped faces because you thought you were going to stop this bombing in LA, but then in the meantime, it turns out that
there's a pageant you have to go.
There's a pageant you have to go to that John Travolta's character
he was already signed up for.
Was already signed up for a pageant. And so it turns out that Nick Cage in John Travolta's body had to perform in the pageant to kind of keep up appearances so that everybody thinks that he's actually Sean.
Right, that's all I'm asking. Because that seems like something real John Travolta would do. It's like, oh, I'm in a pageant for charity. Or I'm like in one of those like bodybuilding competitions where you have to like go like this or whatever.
Totally. That's pageantry.
I feel like that could have been a fun side thing.
Yeah. Or because it's John Travolta, maybe a drag show. Like that's
what I'm saying. Or it could have been like Hairspray. Like he had to go to be in the movie in the play Hairspray, but in the movie. So it's like a weird Inception type thing.
Totally. That would have been really
cool. Just some feedback for that. And casting Sandra Bullock again.
Yeah.
You know, having Margaret Cho maybe be more.
Oh my God. Margaret Cho is like she's like either the pageant coach or she's like a drag mother.
Or a judge or something. Yes.
Yeah,
like a ballroom mom.
Oh my God.
So I feel like that would have been made the movie more like Miss Congeniality and more, you know, something that I would watch.
Totally.
I think they could have done less shooting.
Okay.
Because also the shooting scenes were like really long. I'm like, how have you not gotten shot? People are really shooting at you.
That is one of the amazing things about this film is that people are getting shot at constantly.
100%.
And the main characters are not going down.
They are getting shot at
for minutes at a time with like machine guns.
And like 50 people.
Yeah, totally. And like everyone else... everyone else is dead.
And they're just running through them and just not getting... They're like...
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Okay. It's a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, you know what was crazy?
What?
When first of all, escaping from the prison, that would never happen. Second of all, then he should know that prison is in the middle of the ocean or whatever because he's literally the director of the FBI or whatever.
And also, like, how did he get from the ocean
to the valet?
To the valet. Like,
right.
That was something that really perplexed me was, like, first of all, how is he not wet?
Yeah.
He just swam. So we're meant to believe miles. He swam. Like, how did he swim? And then did he just air dry?
I mean, maybe he had to run after, but I'm like, I feel like there would have been like a boat just going after your body. Like, they're just like, he's dead. And it's like, did you guys check?
No.
You guys aren't really good at being in the FBI. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the moral of the story is cops are really bad at their job.
And I think that is
defund
also
the
true.
Police.
I think that that's the moral. Maybe the moral of this is defund the police. Because if they have facial swapping technology and they're not allowing people to use it for things like participating in a beauty pageant for like or
having
like having a funny switcheroo then like
for playing pranks.
Yeah. And think about all of the government infrastructure and intelligence and the advanced technology that they have that they are not letting us use for fun.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know
we're
what
being
I mean?
denied.
Like,
Molly, I would have so fun.
I know.
Trading bodies with you for a day and then pranking all of our friends.
Oh my God, it would be so funny.
So fun.
I've always wanted to have a twin so that I could prank people.
Oh my God.
It would be so easy to prank people as a twin.
Yeah. I mean, you can prank people in other ways still.
I know, that's so true. I mean, I feel like I'm really
One of my faves is going to your friend's house and rearranging all their dresser drawers.
So funny.
Yeah.
Because then they get there and they go, wait.
But they never put it back.
Of course not.
Never.
Because it would take way too much effort. And it's also kind of like sometimes when you rearrange their dressers, they realize like, oh, it really should have been this way the
Yeah,
whole time.
I'm actually giving them a Marie Kondo service.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they should have had more of that in the movie. Yeah, as being in the other body, they should have been pranking Laura. This should have been more of a comedy, I think, and less of an action movie.
Period. I think that they really could have amped up the comedy in this. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I do not like that that Nick Cage in John Travolta's body had sex with John Travolta's wife.
Yeah, ew.
That was not cool. I think that it sort of does like open the door into like, we could have used deception in like a funny and playful way and not in like a horrible person kind of way.
Well, right, like I'm gonna I was just gonna say steal all your money. I guess that's also a horrible person.
Yeah,
but it's like I feel like he also should have been like, oh my god, this is what you wear, ha ha, and like made fun of stuff more.
Yeah, totally. Like I mean, it was funny when you could tell that he was kind of trying to like, you know, he kind of had like a different style and swagger, but like I wish that he would have just like been like, look at all this boring ass stuff,
right?
Thrown
like,
it all out, like completely like redecorated his house with like to make it look like that crazy loft that he was in. Like I wish that he would have been like, you know what, you do not have enough like faux tiger rugs around
because
here.
He was never being in character anyway, so it's like just go balls to the wall and redo the house in like a brutalist style. Like I feel
how
like
funny
that would
that
be fun.
be?
They a missed opportunity there for
big
sure.
Missed opportunity for laughs.
I don't think they were prioritizing that enough.
I totally agree. Okay, so you know how they're doing like they do the face waterfall, like with the kid. Okay, my sister and I used to do that to each other when we were younger, like to annoy each other. Like when they do, okay, so pretend this is another person's hand coming at my face, okay? You just kind of go, we'll call it a face waterfall. It's really annoying if you go up to someone and just do that. It's really annoying. Don't do it. In this movie, it is a sign of affection. They do a face waterfall as kind of like a way that someone might give like a hug or a kiss or a secret handshake.
Okay,
and in this one, they kind of just touch your face.
Yeah, that's why they're a weird family who doesn't care about living right by the beach.
Right. They like, I've never seen them go to the beach.
Right. They're just doing this and then going to like.
They're like, oh, we should get a house on the beach for the real estate value. They're those kind of people.
Oh my God.
They've never been to the beach. They're like, we should turn this shower into a clawfoot tub. I've never taken a bath before, but it will up the real estate value.
And then I'm going to do this to my child because I'm weird and I don't care about normal stuff.
And they also just replace the child. Okay, so let's okay.
Wait, I did not notice that.
No. I mean,
my God, wait, yeah.
Metaphorically.
Wait, Alyssa called that, my partner.
Oh my God.
We were watching, and when they put the child on for the first time and put those headphones on him, Alyssa goes, I bet they're going to adopt that child. And I'm like,
so
this
whole movie is based on revenge because Castor Troy,
see, I'm sorry, it's not just me.
Yeah, but what did you say his name was? Pollux? I've never even heard the name Pollux before in my life.
Okay, well, Castor,
I've also never heard Castor. So. Well, I've heard Lester before. That's a name.
Well, that's the name of a bar here in Denver.
That's so true.
No, okay, that's so Luster.
The Luster Pearl.
Okay, back to you.
But I was right there with you. I was like, yeah, Lester. It's Lester.
Sure, whatever.
So Castor Troy is attempting to kill John Travolta. So this is Nick Cage. He's a sniper. He's a terrorist and he's trying to kill John Travolta, who's like a big wig in the FBI. And he accidentally kills his son, who is like a 5-year-old kid. And this creates a personal vendetta.
Sure.
Which is why once John Travolta finds out that Nick Cage is going to bomb LA, he says, give me that face. I need to go undercover. And so we get to the end of the movie and Nick Cage's, I guess, girlfriend's kid, who gets caught in the literal crossfire.
Literally doesn't get shot.
Then adopted by John Travolta's family. They said, we got a new one.
Yeah, we said he's 5. He's basically our kid.
That they kind of just like replaced their other kid. And I just kind of fear for his future.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, also it's like he has a lot of trauma.
That kid's not okay.
Yeah, and like he was just being like doo doo doo, and I was like, Okay.
Yeah.
You're getting shot at. Also, in that scene, that girl kisses her brother on the mouth.
Yeah.
And Alyssa looked that up. She was like, we got to look up why they do that.
Mhm.
And she said the actors decided to do it like,
Ew, what?
Like it wasn't instructed
It was
to them.
improv?
Yeah.
The kid.
I don't know if it was improv or like their idea. Maybe check that out. But I was like, that can't be her brother. And I was like, no, that's her. I was like, huh?
Ew,
right?
what?
That's her brother. Right?
They should not
She's
allow.
like, yo, you killed my brother.
Yeah, there should not be allowed to let kids make any decisions.
Yeah. Just. Oh.
Ew.
Ew. Why'd you make out with that guy?
That's
and then
so
he got
gross.
shot in the neck and died, and he was bald.
Yeah, it's true.
So
that was tough.
That was tough.
When Nick Cage is as you know, it's John Travolta in Nick Cage's body.
Yeah.
He's describing he's coked out and he's talking about taking his face off.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that was my notes. I'm like, they're saying the name of the movie so much.
And I love that.
Yeah, of course.
It was not in the original script. That was kind of a Nick Cage adding his flair.
Okay, so that was a better add-in than the siblings kissing, I think.
Big time.
Yeah.
I think if we're talking about things that actors decided to add in to the script of Face Off, saying the name of the film Face Off while circling one's face and then face off, way better than
100%.
siblings deciding to kiss each other on the mouth.
Passionately. Well, one has a bullet hole.
Yeah.
So,
totally.
yeah, I would say cool for that. That was cool.
Yeah, that was very
I was like,
cool.
oh, clever when they do that.
I do love, I gotta say, I love when they do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. I need to keep scrolling down on my notes.
Oh, also, one thing that I said about on my notes about the prison, I said only in the 90s could there be a prison in the sea close enough to shore that a man could swim.
Yeah.
That literally nobody knows about.
That nobody knows about, where there's like 8,000 boats around it. It's like, what do they think that is?
Yeah, what do people think
also,
that is?
Also, a prison with just CNN playing? I don't think that happens.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Also,
a prison where, in my notes, the guards were just letting them fight.
I think that they do that.
Okay.
I watched
I'm not sure, but
I watched
I don't think they should be allowed to do that.
Miriam and I recently talked about the movie Con Air, which is
Nick Cage?
It's another Nick Cage movie, and it's about people who are in prison who then, like, there's a group of them that, like, hijack a plane. And I watched that a day after I watched The Alabama Solution, which is a modern documentary about about prison mistreatment and prison violence. Anyway, what I've learned from The Alabama Solution is that they do kind of let them fight if it benefits the guards in the system. If they're like, yeah, just let them fight, then they will.
Ew.
But then if it benefits them to say, like, don't fight, and then the guards can beat them up, then they'll do that.
Okay, so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, but they were wearing those crazy moon boots.
The moon boots were insane. And then in his head was like, I gotta go to the place where I get them off and then get out of the jail. And I'm like, okay, that would never happen.
Yeah.
Like, he just opened a door. He
did.
Just went and opened a door. He didn't find anyone keys. He just found a door.
That's
that was
true.
open.
The fact that they had weighted moon boots to keep track of everybody, but they did not have a lock on the door was curious.
Sure, 100%. And that those two guys could take everybody down. And he was just like, sorry, I didn't fuck your wife. No, help me. I feel like as that guy, I'd be like, yeah, I don't believe you. What?
Yeah,
I
literally why would
you
believe you?
Yeah. And I knew from the beginning when they're like, the only thing that's not going to change is your blood type. And I'm like, okay, they're going to have to get the blood.
Someone's going to have to get
the blood. And that's why it's like, it's all up to women to do everything. And she gets the blood and she does the test.
Yeah.
But it's like, still,
I know.
When fake Nick Cage, real John Travolta in Nick Cage's body comes and sees her, he won't stop touching her. And it's like,
I know,
I'm sorry, even though this is your wife, like, obviously she's freaking the fuck out because she thinks you're a bad guy.
So can
you be like,
stop touching
hey,
her? Yeah.
I'm not going to touch you. Here's what's going on.
Yeah.
Listen to me, and then run away and stop touching her.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you're not doing yourself any favors. You're not helping yourself.
Yeah, you're only thinking about yourself here, and you're not thinking about her feelings. And I think she should get divorced and enjoy the beach more.
I agree. I believe that if they got divorced, she'd say, you know what? I'm going to finally go to the beach.
I agree, because it's like all the time she's like, I'm worried about my husband. He's in the FBI. And I'm like,
It's like, you don't have to be.
Right.
Just go to the beach.
Go to the beach, girl. Take your goth daughter.
Yeah, seriously, goths still like the beach.
They really do. We're generalizing goths in this episode. That's what it's about. They love the beach.
Yeah, they're still, it's like, you know, you think that goths wouldn't like the beach because it's like they wear a lot of heavy clothing and stuff, but like the thing about goths is that they're just like us. And that they also, they can wear, if we learn anything from that episode of The Hills with Lauren Conrad, when she says about Justin Bobby, homeboy wears combat boots to the beach. You can actually, even though that was a dig at Justin Bobby, you can wear combat boots to the beach.
You can wear whatever you want to the beach.
You absolutely can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if you look like Halloween, you're not inviting ghouls
You're not
to try
inviting
and get
ghouls.
in your...
You're just looking like Halloween, and that's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine. The beach still exists on Halloween.
The beach exists all the time. The beach exists at night.
That's so true.
Doesn't go away. But yeah, I'm just like, she's like, oh, can you stop? And he's like, I gotta get revenge on this guy. And it's like, actually, the best revenge would be to go to the beach and fucking chill with your wife.
Literally.
Your son would want you to be happy, I think.
I think so too.
And maybe get someone else to kill this crazy cuckoo bananas guy.
Yeah.
Like, your wife doesn't deserve to have everyone she loves die.
I know.
Stop doing that. Go in witness protection and
I know.
go move somewhere cool.
Yeah.
Or stay in your own house and just
like, it doesn't seem like they had any friends. Like, what was keeping them there?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know. I feel bad for her.
Yeah. And the daughter too. Like, the daughter, like, she just lost her baby brother. Let her be goth.
Let her be goth.
Yeah.
And also, do you feel like the wife should have been just like Polly?
Probably.
Because I feel like he's always gone and it's like almost
he's always
dying.
gone, and it's like she writes in her diary about how they haven't made love in months, weeks or months. I don't remember how long it was, but I just kind of thought, damn, well, I wish that she was getting it somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. I hope she was. I hope she was like getting with a doctor secretly.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, maybe he had a less insane life. And they could have gone to the beach and hung out.
I know. But that's the thing too, is that like, I do wonder if maybe she's also not going to the beach because she's so busy working.
Oh my God, she's a doctor. She's a girl boss.
She is working day and night. And I just feel like, you know, maybe her job is too demanding for a visit to the beach as well.
It probably is. She was like an ER doctor or something.
Yeah.
I'm just making that up because at that scene his face was all mangled and I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
So which was also a scary part. It's a
I
scary
know,
part
that's
to
true.
see that
I'm
face
so
without
sorry.
the skin
I should have warned you that was
very
going to be
Halloween.
Scary.
But yeah, I guess her schedule is demanding, but she deserves a little break.
Of course she does. Yeah.
She solved the whole movie.
I know.
And then remember when the daughter, not in goth, all of a sudden at the end, it's like, I'm not goth anymore.
She's
like
I'm
she can
healed.
be goth and happy.
Literally.
But then she drives the, she does that thing. And I was like, also,
that was really
good
sick.
for you. The girls are saving the world in this movie.
I know. Truly, what would these men do without them?
Yeah.
Okay, so what else do you have in your little notes that we must discuss?
Well, let's see, because... Okay, again, I'm just writing, okay, this would never happen.
Okay.
And then I said, guy who was in the warm spring jumpsuit, Pollux.
Oh,
Colton. What is his name? Castor
Troy.
I'm calling him Warm Spring. I want that jumpsuit. It would look amazing on me.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
really
since
would.
when did jail starting to give Warm Spring green jumpsuits?
I know. That was another.
And everyone else is wearing gray.
I know.
He came in being like, my palette's very important to me.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so I was like, he was like being suspicious of fake Nick Cage, and it's like, why would you be suspicious of him? It's literally like to you, it's like, you don't know there's the face surgery. Like, why would you be suspicious?
I know.
Oh my gosh, my notes are just like OMG, and then he killed the doctor, so they can't switch back. And I was like,
it's true. They did kill the doctor, and so he could not switch back.
And at the beginning, I was like, they should tell more than 2 people this. I was like, they should tell the jail, maybe not everyone, but at least the higher.
But I know, I was like, they should be able. Like, I don't understand why it is so important to keep it a secret.
Right.
Like, obviously,
it's like,
we need
the FBI know? Like, maybe don't tell the public, but like,
it's like, okay, yeah, we need, basically all we need is for Castor Troy's brother to believe that it's the real Castor Troy. You know, like, because the brother was in on the bombing situation. And that's like why he went undercover, is so that he could go into the prison, talk to the brother,
get the info,
get intel. literally, like, that's the only person who needs to know. But maybe people would have revolted if they found out, again, that the FBI had the technology to swap people's faces and they were only using it to
not have fun.
not have fun, but to try and catch terrorists. So
okay, also it's kind of like the real Nick Cage, why was he even a terrorist? Like, who did he work for? What kind of money would they don't really give his background. It's just like, oh, I want to blow
they're just
up
like,
LA.
he is bad.
Yeah, and I'm
and
like,
I think that's kind of all like, that's supposed to be the whole thing, is just like, he's a really bad guy.
and he wasn't goth, so that's
No.
saying a lot.
That's saying a lot. So far I'm seeing one good person who's goth and a bad guy who's not goth.
Who's kind of like normie.
Yeah, totally.
And then my next note was, damn, real John Travolta lives by the beach and he gave that up to be in the FBI or whatever. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
And then my next note was, ew, fake John Travolta wants to fuck his daughter. I'm scared.
Yeah, ew, so gross.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Is Castor the bald guy?
Castor Troy is Nick Cage.
Oh, okay. So this is my bad. The guy in the warm spring jumpsuit is who I was talking about.
Okay. So
The
it
one
was
in
like,
jail
it was
that
like
he got sad about when he died, and that's who I kept calling Pollux. Is that his name?
Hold on a second. You know what? I gotta do a little research here.
Because my next one was, OMG, they're taking out warm spring Pollux from jail. Insane. I hope he gets to keep the green jumpsuit. It really works for him.
You know, I watched this movie like maybe. Oh my God!
Is his name
Pollux Troy is the guy. That's his brother.
Okay, I was right. Okay, everybody
Okay.
just thought I was talking about other people.
Okay, I'm really, really sorry.
No, this is not the first time this has happened to me in the last 24 hours.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I truly. I watched this movie like a month ago.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's my fault because I
No, it's okay. Don't even. Okay, yeah. So Pollux Troy.
He's
is
a warm spring for sure.
The warm
he looks
spring.
great in that
yeah.
jumpsuit.
Oh yeah. I see him even right here. He's like in his Wikipedia photo. He's kind of got this like green behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways,
my next one is if I was fake Nick Cage, I would immediately kill myself. I wouldn't be like, let me try to escape from this person. I'd be like, there's no way anyone's finding me. I'm like stuck in this other body and no one knows. Bye. I'm not staying around to see what's
no way.
I can be in prison for the rest of my life. And there was a full mirror in his cell. Like he couldn't just use that to, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my next note was, I feel like at the end they're going to figure it out by the blood types being incorrect and maybe he won't have the scar. Like the wife will be like,
yeah,
where's your scar?
Right.
And then my next note was, I can't believe he shot up the prison, but he had to, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's where they do that whole thing. And I'm like, that would never happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, my whole notes are like that. Do you want me to keep reading them?
Well, you know what? I think how about we talk about some of these chase scenes?
Okay, great.
So yeah, like what was your favorite like chase? Was it like when they were on foot running through the loft? Was it when they were on the boat?
Oh my God.
Was it when they were in the car? I mean, there is also the well, now I'm mixing up my Nick Cage movies because I can't remember if this was the one where they had the fire truck. Is this the fire truck one? No, that's Con Air.
Think so.
Never mind. But yeah, anyway, so what was your favorite chase scene?
Well, so none of them because they're inherently
scary.
So
yeah, absolutely.
I got really
I'm so
scared.
sorry. Yeah.
That resulted in me being scared.
Yeah.
So, but I will say the one on the boat was a little bit more fun.
It was
because they were like
really fun.
And then they were gonna hit the wood things and he went whoosh
right through it.
But I'm like, okay, speaking of the boat, the guy killed the guy in his boat. I'm like, you could have just pushed him in the water. Why'd you have to kill him?
He didn't have to kill him.
You have to just go.
The body count in this movie is insane.
Like everyone dies.
Yeah, there's a ton of casualties.
Everyone who's doing the killing is not goth.
That's so true.
Right.
That's so true. And thank you for saying that. And not enough people are saying that.
And it's like the daughter should have been like, I don't know, you're in the FBI and everybody's killing everyone. None of them are goth. Let me be goth.
Yeah.
Damn. So just something to know. But
something to think about.
The boat one was fun.
Yeah, the boat one was fun. I think I loved that one the most because just when you think you've seen it all,
you haven't.
You haven't.
You have not.
Then they're chasing each other down on boats.
And it was so long. I was like,
I know.
How did they film this?
I mean, look, when you've got a big budget, you fill it.
Did they have a big budget? They didn't even do like a pageant in this movie.
That's so true. They did not spend enough on the costumes.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
I think Margaret Cho was in the same pantsuit in both of the scenes that we saw her in.
Heartbreaking. Yeah.
I did love My favorite part about Margaret Cho being in this movie is that she got to be funny.
Yep, she was the only comic relief.
She got to say, well, it's like you got a
stick removed out of your
butt.
Yeah,
after the surgery, to get the stick up out of your butt.
Yeah. And that was the only
funny.
joke in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely did. For a movie that, to me, is so delightful because it is so funny, they actually did need a little bit more purposeful comedy. Because the thing that is so funny about this movie to me is just its ridiculousness. The fact that it is like an earnest action movie.
Right.
With the most outrageous plot. Which is inherently funny that it's an action movie that is meant to be earnest, but in fact is an outrageous plot.
It's extremely camp.
Absolutely camp. I do wish that they would have thrown in a few more jokes.
Yeah, I think you really need it.
Yeah.
You need to feel something else.
If you open your movie with a kid being shot.
And I'm sorry, no, before that it was a zoom in on his gross mustache. And then the kid was shot.
Yeah,
so
that was
double
tough.
whammy.
That was tough. I'm sorry. And I know that you told me don't make me watch a scary movie, and I did make you watch 2 really scary things right away.
Right away. I said.
Now, here's the thing. When people say scary, I really think like, boo.
You know, I think The Incredibles is a scary movie.
Oh, okay. Because does anyone
anything
die?
where it's jump. Ah!
Oh,
that's scary to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know how on me and Alyssa's second date, we saw Cruella?
Oh.
And it was a great opportunity. She thought I was faking it because I kept being like, ah! And she was like, do you want to hold my hand?
You're trying to hold my hand. You're trying to be like, oh.
Yeah, like, oh my God, damsel in distress. But I'm like, I'm scared.
No, you said you need to learn this.
Yeah, it was me being in that vine of the girl who farts and then blames it on the ghost.
For sure.
I'm really scared.
Yeah. That's you.
I was scared, but I didn't have bad dreams. So
good.
It wasn't that scary.
Okay, good. Thank God.
It was too campy to actually be that scary. But I did have to look away because I was like,
yeah, there was blood.
There was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And there was like the siblings kissing, which is kind of scary.
And that is probably the most terrifying part.
It was scary. You know what wasn't scary?
What? Miscongeniality?
Being goth.
Oh,
the girl being goth, that wasn't a scary part of the movie.
Scared. I wasn't scared of that.
Scared of that.
When I saw her be goth, I said, I'm not scared.
Yeah, I said, that's actually
good for her.
Really normal.
Yeah, that's like totally normal. That's like the most normal thing that happens.
That was
in this
normal.
movie.
What wasn't normal is that they fully swapped face and body and then were being insane and not acting in character. Like,
you don't think so?
I kept being like, okay, the fake John Travolta, he was not acting like real John Travolta.
Oh,
and I was
you're thinking like, okay, like the characters should have been.
He wasn't scared of people being like, that doesn't sound like you.
Yeah,
like he was just being cuckoo bananas and like no one really said anything. They were just kind of like, huh.
Yeah. He was a lot less concerned about getting caught.
Yeah.
Than
other.
He was than the other guy.
Than the literal other one. I almost know their names.
Yeah. Then Sean in Castor Troy's body.
Then fake Nick
Cage. Yeah, exactly. So, because obviously he didn't even tell the prison guards that he was.
He tried to, and they were like, huh.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, the FBI really needs to tell a few more people.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you can't just have 3 people know. I feel like that's like bad for.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not our thing because then if they die, it's like. Oh.
I know. It's sort of like...
That's why they don't have, like, more than 10 people in certain areas or whatever.
Exactly. That's why, like, they can't have everyone fly on the same airplane.
Exactly.
Like, if the airplane goes down, then you gotta have... Yeah.
Again, totally. Like, so I'm like, this would never happen. But I'm like, it probably happens all the time and we just don't know about it. Like, what's that show with Kerry Washington where all that stuff is happening in the government that nobody knows about?
Probably Scandal?
Yeah, Scandal.
Wow, yeah.
I can only watch a little bit of that because it's too scary.
Because it's scary, yeah.
Because then they start, like, ripping people's teeth out. And I'm like, oh...
That is scary.
I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
So
I do hate I hate any teeth stuff.
Yeah, teeth and eyeballs. Ugh.
Ooh.
But yeah, that was another movie where or not a show where I'm like, that wouldn't happen. But you know, maybe this happens all the time and we just don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there is the face surgery and they're not letting us use it to have fun and play pranks on our friends.
I know.
Just so this is like, fuck the government.
Yeah.
What are our taxes going to if not that?
What are our tax dollars going to?
Ugh.
Yeah. I just think that the FBI is incompetent, and this is why.
Yeah, because this is how they are in real life. I think this was the exact same.
Probably.
They have the baddest guy in the world just by himself, no one watching him.
No one watching him.
Didn't just kill him. Makes no sense to me.
Hello? So, So, I think that this movie held up perfectly. I think that even though it is a movie that could never be made today, and it is the most ridiculous movie that's ever been made,
Yeah.
it is awesome. I love it. I give it 5 stars. It's a perfect movie.
On what basis?
Just that from start to finish, I was entertained.
Oh my God.
And every moment I said, what is going on? But in a delighted way.
Okay. I'm going to have to do the opposite and give it like 1 out of 5 stars.
Okay, because it was too scary.
Well, because it was only like Miss Congeniality in the ways that I didn't really care about.
Totally.
And everybody knows I rank movies like based on that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I don't know. Like Princess Diaries. That's a 5 out of 5. And that's a lot like Miss Congeniality. And even better because it's minus the bombs.
That's so true, actually.
So I felt like during this whole movie, and this is also why I can't watch reality TV, because I just want to shake them and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we like just communicate.
Like, can you guys just like be normal and like tell more people and have good communication and not like shame people for being goth?
Yeah.
And so the whole time I just kept being like, well, that wouldn't happen.
Right.
And so because it wouldn't, and everything has to be based on if it was realistic.
Sure. And if that is the measure you're using in the movie Face Off, you're certainly not going to get a high score.
Right. Yeah. I think if they would have added, a drag competition or a fashion show, it would have bumped it up to 3 out of 5. Because I did like the camp, and I did think that one girl was hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, that's points for that.
Yeah.
And I do have, Nick Cage.
Mm-hmm.
I went to New Orleans once and we did like a tour.
Yeah.
And he bought a tombstone
for
his body to go in there.
It's huge.
And I made an amazing joke with our tour group.
Okay,
because they were like, oh, he's going to get buried here. And I said, with the Declaration? And everybody laughed.
So funny.
And then my partner's, Alyssa's dad, was in National Treasure 2 as an extra.
That's incredible.
That's my tie to Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And I prefer him, I think, in that movie.
In National Treasure 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that wouldn't happen, but it was more like, it's like what's gonna happen next? Not like, let's shoot everyone and die.
There was a lot less death.
Yeah.
In National Treasure 2
like,
than there was in Face Off.
And like, I don't know, you should be able to steal that. What are your taxpayers' money's going to?
That's true. You
should
be allowed to. That is my Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah,
totally. No, I do think that while I understand why you may prefer Nick Cage in National Treasure 2, I think that in this movie, in Face Off, he really is at his most Nicolas Cage, that he is at his most unhinged.
Sure.
They let him just have, I imagine, based on his performance, just let him have free reign.
And to me,
and he plays 2 different, very distinct characters. And I think that is very powerful.
Sure. And maybe that is good acting. Yeah. But we know my skill is not about whether it's good in terms of the, critically accled sense.
Of
more like,
course.
I didn't like what he was doing in that.
Yeah, totally.
So
and there's a lot
and this
to
is
not
my
like.
podcast today.
And today this is your podcast, Maddie. And with that, I'd like to talk about, because you are a fashion girl, I would love to talk about trends from the past, trends that you're seeing now. Let's take a turn and move from the movie to talking about just trends.
Well, and I will say this is from the movie, but like oval glasses like this, I love so much, especially like the plastic colorful ones.
Those are really fun.
It's really tragic for me because they make me look like a spy kid.
Oh,
but I have tried a few pairs, so I like that trend. I feel like maximalism is coming back after a period of like insanely upsetting neutrals.
Totally.
And
you and I were talking about
gray.
this.
Yes,
we were thrifting a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh my God, after that JFK Jr. show that Ryan Murphy created, everyone's trying to dress like, all like 90s minimalism, and we need like a reaction back to maximalism again.
Yeah, and I think we're having like a new arts and crafts movement now that like AI is coming in and everybody wants a little bit more. Well, all the cool people want a little more personality in their life, like mixing patterns.
Yes,
very fun.
Very fun.
What's also trending is knowing your color palette.
Oh my God,
and dressing in your color palette
and
looking amazing and whatever you want to wear.
Yeah,
in your color palette.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like now that I know about color analysis, I feel like anytime that I look bad in something, I now know, like, oh my God, it's not me. It's literally this color.
It's literally not my body. I'm perfect. And everything is amazing on me.
Yes.
Except for when people make it in the wrong color.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's on them.
And that's on them for not making it in my color palette.
Yeah, excuse me. This is mine.
So I think that that's really powerful, because then also, like, you can't really judge other people when you know, like, well, okay, they actually just, like, don't know their colors.
They don't.
And instead of being like, wow, that sucks for them that they're ugly, you say, wow, like, I feel so much compassion for them. I want to help. And you say, excuse me, have you heard of Something Blue Color Studio?
100%. And you give them my card, and you set up an appointment on the spot.
Yeah,
come in with them.
Come into Dude IDK Studios on the first floor.
You don't need to come down here. Lighting's not so great for color analysis. It's good for podcast, though.
Great for podcasting. Yeah.
Which is what we're doing.
Okay, so obviously getting your color analysis is a trend that we want to keep going. Anything else that you're noticing?
Well, for me, I feel like people ask me, like, oh, well, like, is this in? Is this trendy? And I'm like, everything is in. Everything ever is awesome. Like,
wow.
I love people wearing literally whatever they want.
Okay,
and like
great.
Be insane. And people will be like, oh, I just want to wear my skinny jeans, but they're not in trend. I'm like, well, just wear them.
Wow.
Who cares?
That's powerful.
And yeah, you might be getting talked about behind your back, but you just have to be like ready for that. And I'm not going to talk about you behind your back.
Right.
And if people are, they're sad. And you know who's not talking about people behind their back? Goths.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Goths, tragically, a lot of them not dressing in their color palette because as we know, black is not included in most color palettes.
But if you're goth, it's like it works because you're being goth.
That's so true. It's not like we're here to be the color cops.
100%. I don't believe in policing.
No, of course not. We want people to feel empowered to know, like, you're choosing to wear black, knowing that it's not in your palette
because you love it.
Yeah. And like that is a part of you that is important.
Right. And you're making a statement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So goth, huge trend this year.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Love that.
Yeah. I would love to try goth in my color palette. Dark brown instead of black.
Yeah.
I think that could be fun.
That could be really fun. Okay, Maddie, what about this? What if you made a guide to being goth in different colors?
I would be the perfect person to do that because I have extremely goth style.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing project.
Yeah, totally.
How to
it's
be
like,
goth
I'm
in
a true
palette.
spring. How do I be goth?
Yeah. Oh, wow. What a creative project for me to do.
Oh my God.
I love that this is my job now.
Okay, and she'll be selling the PDF for $500.
Yeah. For $500, you can learn how to be goth in your palette. Yeah.
She'll be your goth coach.
Yeah, I'll be because goths need a coach.
If there's one thing I know about goths,
leaving out the goths,
is that you need a coach.
Yeah.
And
have to have one.
And if there is one thing I know about girl bossing, it's that you need to be a coach.
That's
where the real money is
oh
in
my God, 100%.
Absolutely.
You need to be a life coach and have an MLM.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so if you bring in 5 goths under you, you won't even need to do any work. You can go to the beach.
Go to the beach wearing your full goth garb.
Go to the beach in your combat boots.
So
any
fun.
trends that I know that, okay, so with Love and Light, you've said that you love all trends and everything is amazing.
Well, I don't believe in trends more so. So people are like, oh, this isn't trending, this isn't. It's like, if you like it, you should then immediately wear it.
Okay, but have you seen things that are like coming back that you're like, oh, I'm not going to be participating in that?
Being extremely skinny.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, will not be participating in that.
I will not be. You know what I'm not ever going to be participating in? Adapting my literal body.
My literal.
To a trend. The fact that we have over forever time have had like body types and body sizes that are trends.
Yeah.
When it turns out that like bodies are not meant to like forcibly change.
Yeah, they're supposed to just kind of be.
They're
just let it be.
So I could not agree more that now is a horrible time to participate in a being skinny trend.
Or a body modification trend. Girl, don't get your eyelid skin sucked out. You look really scary to me. No offense.
No offense. Do not swap faces.
Don't do the trend of doing the trend of swapping, is the government giving that to people yet?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, there's something, obviously, because people are coming out with different faces.
You see people and you say, I don't recognize that face. I'm usually like, pro, like, like your body, your choice, like pro body modification, plastic surgery, whatever, like cosmetic surgery, do whatever you want. But I do think that we should be very careful when it comes to like, oh, okay, so like big butts are trending.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're supposed to get silicone in our butts, or like now skinny girls are trending, so we're supposed to get lipo. Like, I don't understand how we keep up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say do the goth trend instead of the body mod trend.
Absolutely.
Try out goth.
Yeah. You
Try
could
out
do
big pants.
maybe body mod in the sense of like,
Fun
you get a bunch of
shapes.
piercings.
Sure. Oh my God.
You can take
Yeah.
those out if you want.
Yeah.
Like, or like body mod in like,
Dye your hair a fun color.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Cannot recommend that
Try
enough.
colored mascara.
Ooh.
That's a fun one.
That's a really fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways to like kind of, microdose body modification that are not actually like harmful and like
Yeah.
fat phobic.
Right. They're
Yeah.
just like having fun and
Yeah.
being goth if you want.
Cannot stress enough that anytime that you're thinking, should I participate in this trend that could be really harmful to myself and others, you don't have to. You can just be goth.
Just be goth.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so much better. Choose goth.
Choosing goth
Yeah.
over, eating disorder.
Yeah.
I would say.
Absolutely.
100% choose, dyeing your hair a fun color.
Yeah.
Choose, I love giant pants, like I said.
Mhm.
I love fun silhouettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think have fun.
Just have fun, okay?
Just have fun. Go to the beach with your girls.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that is trending this year, is going to the beach.
Going to the beach with your girls and also eating a sandwich when you're there.
Oh my God,
Ugh.
please do. And get an ice cream cone. That's
Oh my
really
God,
fun.
yum.
And if you can't have dairy, get a little sherbet.
You get a slushie.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
get an icy.
Yeah, an icy. An icy punch.
Jacob and Miriam will bring one to you. They love ices.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know that about them.
Yeah, I know.
How would
Isn't
I
that
know,
fun?
though?
I know. How would you know?
There's no way I could have known that.
They have not yet been spotted by Maddie with their
Yeah.
ices.
His wife could be goth.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
She's not knockoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Love to see.
Yeah, totally.
Love to see a pic.
And we'll do that after this. And for listeners, if you're like, oh my God, what does Miriam look like? What does this icy loving not knockoff look like? Just go listen to or watch if you can.
You gotta watch.
You gotta watch it. The episode that was released last week on the movie Con Air.
Oh my God.
Maddie, thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything else that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure that we get on the record?
I would love to come back for Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous, for something that is action-packed, but
yeah,
also more makeover scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would like to shame you publicly for giving me a movie that was 2.5 hours when we all know Molly Stance's movie should not be longer than 90 minutes.
That's actually so true. And so a little behind the scenes for the listeners and viewers, I had given Maddie a suggestion of watching Peggy Sue Got Married, which is one of Nick Cage's earliest works.
Yep.
It's kind of a not that good movie about a guy who cheats on his wife, and they go back to high school because she like wakes up during their high school reunion, and there's like time travel elements and blah blah blah. Anyway, that movie was short, but it felt really long.
Yeah, you were like, I hate that movie. I was like, I'll do that one. And Molly's like, here's 8 other movies you can watch.
I said, you know what? Actually, I watched that one, and I don't want to do that one.
Yeah. And then I said, so you pick.
And
You're
so
the
I
expert.
I've
never seen a movie
and
before.
I had already recently watched Face Off, so I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is the one we're doing.
Yeah, you're taking ownership.
I'm living in my truth, even when my guests say, don't make me watch anything scary.
Yeah. Or over 90 minutes.
Or over... Okay, she didn't say that.
I didn't say that, but I just kind of assumed that was one of your
thought it was
morals
implied.
And beliefs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I had
it was so much fun taking notes.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was a delight hearing the notes
and
that you
discussing
took.
and shitting on the movie together and uplifting goths. I love doing that.
Oh my God, me too. And not enough podcasts are doing that these days. So everybody, if you support goths and you support women and you support plus size fashion and you support wearing the right colors for your palette, and if you support looking hot, which you all should and you all do,
right?
Go ahead and follow Did That Age Well on Instagram, Did That Age Well Pod on TikTok. Follow Something Blue Color Studio on Instagram.
Yep, and TikTok.
Yeah. And follow Big Gay Pants
on Instagram only.
I can't
be making content for 2 things.
Do not look for it on
Don't look for
TikTok
it on
because
TikTok.
you're not going to find it.
You're not going to find it, girls.
You're not going to find it there.
Nope.
And, you know, leave a review of this podcast. Like, you don't know how desperate I am for. I haven't had a review on Apple Podcasts.
Oh my God.
In so long.
Give Molly a review. What the fuck?
What are you waiting for?
Can we say fuck on this show?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I know.
Oh my
I know,
God.
it's really fucked up. And I know that a lot of it is because, like, fewer of you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts and more of you are watching on YouTube, which thank you so much for doing that.
But just
and
go
I'm
on
so
over.
glad. But just like hop on over to Apple Podcasts, write your review, say, oh my God, I love watching this on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
And tell us how hot we look. And then you can continue subscribing, liking, commenting on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for listening and watching. Maddie, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, bye everybody.